Okay. Welcome. Like how to make that jump into the unknown. Okay. I am so excited to be here, so excited to be chatting with you and just like channel this message that I have for you today. There's been a lot going on in my personal life, which is so interesting, is having such a profound effect on every single thing in my life, like not just personally, professionally, health-wise, like every single thing is affected by your personal life. Thank you. I appreciate that you're here. It means a lot that you're watching or hearing this right now. And I'm actually like so excited to be like getting real, raw, and vulnerable as always, because this is just who I am, and I'm not gonna hold back. I'm not gonna hide what's really going on. Over the last few months, it's been so interesting how the world evolved and how I had to evolve who I was, who I am, who I'm becoming. And a few things that are on my mind these days are our next step in terms of living situation. Where the hell are we going to live next? And it's been on our mind, Pat and I, for a few months now. And to be quite real and honest, I got in my own way. I got stuck in paralysis analysis, trying to figure out the perfect next step to where we should live next. Being so stuck into wanting to make the right move that actually it just like paralyzed me completely. And it's interesting because when you're in your head spiraling, trying to make sure that you're kind of like calculating every single step coming your way, you're obviously like preventing yourself to truly enjoy what life has to offer. Because when you're trying to control, your energy is contractive, right? And what we want instead is to just like be in flow and just allow things to unfold and allow things to be easy. Allow the universe to literally like send you nudges and follow those nudges. That's it. Like it doesn't have to be more complicated than that. So come to Northumberland country, try the country life. Ooh, country life. You know what? I am not close to anything right now. I'm like literally exploring ideas left and right. And really like the life as I had before in Toronto just isn't it anymore. We are both, Pat and I, ready for something else. We're both ready to expand in terms of space. So we've been living in a loft for 6 years now, and we're ready for more space. We're ready to expand in all that this means. And it's been interesting how my subconscious mind and my past self was trying to protect me from making a move, from making a change in my life, trying to hold on to what was. And that's just not how I'm going to get to where I want to be, where I want to go. And it's not to say that I'm not grateful and happy for where I'm at right now, but I'm someone who loves to grow and evolve. And I'm someone who's in movement, who creates movement in my life so that I can live the most of what life has to offer, which means that I'm constantly seeking for more experiencing, like to grow and to thrive and to expand my life. And although this loft has been absolutely incredible for me, it really helped me shift into a new being. It helped me become Mimi. It helped me go from Noemi to Mimi. And this itself is so powerful because over the past 6 years, I allowed myself to ditch all that I created for myself before that point and say, you know what? I'm going to remove layers and layers and layers and pieces and pieces and pieces of what I were to become who I wanted to become. And this loft is the space in which I literally took it's like I blossomed in this loft. And all the fears showing up today, all the fears showing up in the past few months about leaving the loft are related to the fact that I'm afraid I will lose what I built by moving on to a different place, a different location, a different city, a different home, whatever. And by trying to protect myself from losing what I built, I'm preventing myself from becoming who I want to become. And when you step into being in like protection mode, then you're not thriving anymore. You're protecting. You're like acting out of fear. You're acting out of scarcity. You're acting out of lack. You're acting out of like, oh my God, I can't, right? Which is the opposite of what I preach, which is the opposite of what the Happy on Mondays life is, which is the opposite of acting out of my next level self. And this is it. Like, I've really took this time to reflect on that and process those energies, those emotions, and realize what really needs to shift is not like where we live, because that's like just like accessory. That's just a symptom. What really needs to shift is me releasing from wanting to protect what I built and allowing myself to surrender to what's next. Ditching the controlling parts of myself to allow the universe to send my way the next steps, the next best step for me. And I'm making this sign with my hands. Like, I'm right now, for over the last like few months, I've been like this, right? Now it's like time to release and let it flow. Let it flow through me. Let it just happen. Let it be easy. Let it be flowy. Let it be not in my head. Let it be taking action from inspired action without second guessing, without feeling scared, without feeling like I'm not going to make the right decision. Because if I don't make any decision, I'm actually making the wrong decision. Because it's a matter of being constantly in movement. Listening to your intuition, listening to that next best step that just pops in your head. It literally just pops. And what we often do is we close the door and we're like, oh, no, that must not be it. Well, no, it is it. It is it, but you're not willing to listen to it. You're not willing to say, oh, yeah, okay. Because you have an internal belief that it should be complicated. It should be difficult. It should be difficult to make a decision. Or you might fuck up and you might make that wrong move. There is no such thing. What if you're deep down in the core of your being, the belief was that there is no way you can fuck this up? What if that was the belief? What if this was your inner knowing that there is no way you can fuck it up? What would happen if deep down you knew there was no way you could fuck it up? All that could happen is like, it was the door you needed to open to uncover that new door, that new step for yourself. Knowing that if it's in your head, you must take that step. You must go all in and jump into the unknown. That's really what needs to shift. If you're trying to make a decision, if you're in your head trying to evaluate all of the ways how this could work or not work, and you're trying to make the pros and cons, and you're getting so caught up in your head trying to analyze and overcomplicate this decision, you are making yourself a big disservice. You're making yourself a disservice, and you're actually like blocking or like blocking the universe that is literally giving you the step right in front of you. You're so freaking stuck in your own way with the wrong energy that you're not making the move. And so this is it. This is what needs to shift. It's not where I live next. That is ridiculous. That has nothing to do with the real core of the issue. The real core of the challenge is deep down, I was afraid I could fuck it up. I was afraid there was a chance that this would not be the right move. But deep down, I shifted now. I did the work realizing that there's no way I can fuck it up. It has to work. Everything is always working in my favor. It is a decision that you must make. You must be willing to shift your beliefs into believing that deeply in the core of your being. Now, my question to you today, are you trusting that if it's in your mind, if you have that big idea, if you have that illumination or that haha moment or that desire, that it's meant for you to go for it? It is so meant for you. But what's getting in the way is your ego. You're putting your ego in the way. Your ego is trying to protect you from where your light truly is because you're so deeply afraid. So what would happen if you trusted instead? What would happen if you allowed this to be the sign you were looking for? What would happen if this was it, that inner compass, that feeling, that gut feeling, that intuition, whatever you call that inner fire, whatever it is for you? What if this was it? This was truth. What if it's all within you all along? What if the power is right now in yourself, within you? That decision that you must make is within you right now. If you just allow yourself to tap into this feeling, release from the ego. It's just trying to protect you. It's trying to keep you safe. It's trying to be like defaulting to yesterday's identity because you survived yesterday. But do you want to survive or are you willing to thrive? That's the real question. So if you have one shot at life, as I have, and probably you do too, why stay in that status quo? Why stay stuck? I invite you to close your eyes right now and ask your next level self, that version of you who has all that you desire, what would that version of you do? What would it do? What would be the decision aligned with that next level self? What would be that decision? Would they go for it? Would they say, oh, of course, or hell yes, I'm doing this. Or hell yes, I'm choosing myself. Oh, hell yes, I'm pursuing my happy on Mondays life. Oh, hell yes, I'm going to prioritize myself and go for it because I have one shot at life. And if it's scary, often enough, it's because it's exactly in the right direction. It's exactly what you need to be doing. What is scary is the fact that you're leaving that comfort zone. And that itself says a lot. It says that it's exactly the next step, the next best step. That's really what needed to shift. That's what needs to shift for you too. If you're making a big jump into the unknown, trust you need to shift your beliefs, your inner beliefs that you got this. That it always works out for you. That it always will. That you have your own back if it's not the right direction. That you'll have your own back. That you'll say, you know what, I had to go there. I had to go explore this. I had to really tap into my fullest potential. I had to go for it. I had to be all in. And guess what? I've learned through the process. I've learned that my next best step is this one. Okay? So you have to do this. Do this for yourself. Do this for the legacy you want to leave on earth. Do this for the world around you, because guess what? When you do that, you're making the world a big service. You're inspiring people. You're taking massive action. You're making that movement. You're actually raising the vibration of the entire planet. So what are you freaking waiting for? Go for it. Go for it and trust yourself, okay? Love you so much. I believe in you deeply. And if you love this episode, if you love this type of talks, leave me a comment below. Subscribe to my channel. And most of all, do this thing that you've been holding yourself back on. Go for it And just have that thought for me, knowing that like that was the nudge that pushed you over the edge. Okay. Love you so much. I hope you have a beautiful day. Sending you all the love, and we'll talk soon.